choosing a midwife over a doctor has been a hot topic and poses a serious question. Which is right for you? Hey everybody! Welcome back to The Belly Blossom. On this channel, I help new mothers on their journey into motherhood. It's so nice to see your beautiful faces again. If you're new here, consider subscribing and join this growing community of mothers-to-be. In this video, I'm going to explain the differences between midwives and doctors, their advantages and disadvantages, and hopefully this will help you make an informed decision about which is right for you. I have posted some links in the show notes below, so check them out for more details. A midwife is a health professional who has studied for a minimum of 4 years and can deliver babies. They provide care to women in pregnancy, in labor, after the baby is born, and they provide newborn care. A doctor, or as they're known in the medical field, an obstetrician, can do the same tasks as a midwife, in addition to C-sections and emergency surgeries. They go to school for a minimum of 12 years. Advantage number 1, delivery location. Midwives can deliver in a variety of locations. The first one we will discuss is a hospital. About 70% of all midwife deliveries happen in the hospital. They can stay by your side from admission until hours after delivery. If the hospital is equipped, you can also have a water birth with your midwife, versus a doctor, who almost always delivers in a hospital. The second location we're going to discuss is birthing centers. Birthing centers account for a small amount of midwife deliveries. Birthing centers are very popular in the United States, but not so much in Canada. They make you feel like you're more at home, equipped with showers, tubs, comfortable beds, and furniture. Birthing centers are set up for natural deliveries, so your labor will not be induced. In some countries, such as Australia, birthing centers are attached to the hospital, versus a doctor. Doctors do not normally deliver in birthing centers, but they can in some places. So I encourage you to look into the birthing centers in your area. The third location is your home. Home births are what midwives are known for, although they only account for about 20% of all of midwife deliveries. Having your baby born in your own home would be a very memorable experience, and after birth would be more comfortable than the hospital, versus a doctor. Unfortunately, doctors do not have the privilege of delivering babies in the patient's home. Advantage number 2, clinic visits. The length of the visit is an advantage. Midwives routinely book pregnancy or prenatal appointments for 45 to 60 minutes. This allows ample of time for them to check up on the physical health of you and your baby, order routine tests, discuss mental health and nutrition, and gives you time to ask whatever questions you want. Versus a doctor. They book prenatal appointments for about 30 minutes. They do not have the privilege of booking more time as they are in high demand. They will spend as much time needed to meet your needs. The next advantage related to clinic visits is wait time. Because midwives book for almost an hour for prenatal visits, they seldomly go over that allotted time. Therefore, their patients will not have to wait long, or at all, for their appointment to start. Versus a doctor. They may have a lot to discuss with you, pushing into their next appointment. If they are on call, they may also have to slip away from the clinic to do emergency surgeries or perform deliveries. The last clinic visit advantage is home visits. Some midwives will come to your home for prenatal visits, and they will come there in the postpartum after delivery phase multiple times to check up on you and your babe. Versus a doctor. Doctors, unfortunately, do not have the opportunity to come to your home for checkups. Because of the high volume of pregnancies and deliveries every day, doctors simply do not have the luxury of home visits. Advantage number 3, Unlimited support. Your midwife will be by your side through the entire labor process. They will provide uninterrupted support, make suggestions about how to cope with labor pain, and will be the one to assess your labor progress. Midwives can be contacted 24/7 throughout your pregnancy for urgent matters, versus a doctor. Although your doctor may like to spend the time supporting and coaching you, they are very busy when in the hospital, taking care of other patients and dealing with emergencies. Your primary support team will be your nurse and any partner or family member present. Your doctor will stop in to see you as often as they can or if any problems arise. If things are progressing well, you may see them once or twice during your labor, but they will be there for delivery. For all of the great advantages, there are major disadvantages to consider. The first disadvantage is complications. Something to consider is your eligibility of being a patient of a midwife. Midwives cannot accept patients or deliver babies with certain health problems. The best way to find out if you are eligible to have a midwife is to contact them directly. Certain health problems can also exclude you from having a home birth, versus a doctor, whose greatest advantage is that they are specialized in high-risk labor and delivery. You are in the safest hands if complications arise, and they are capable of caring for any woman no matter what their health condition. The next complication to consider are emergency situations. Every minute counts. The amount of time that it takes to travel from your home or a birthing center to the hospital can dramatically affect the health of you or your baby. Therefore, a minimum time requirement must be met in order for you to be eligible for a home birth with a midwife. Versus a doctor. Your doctor will always be delivering in a hospital, saving you valuable time in emergency situations. There is no time wasted on travel, admissions, consultation, and getting you from the car to the wheelchair to the bed. The hospital is already set up for everything that you need, and a doctor is just seconds away. The next thing to consider with complications is a transfer of your care. If problems or emergency situations arise in your labor or in your pregnancy, a midwife will have to consult a doctor. This could lead to transfer of care to a doctor, depending on the situation. Now you are meeting someone new, partway through your pregnancy or labor. This can be overwhelming and uncomfortable. Versus a doctor. If you have a doctor, there is no need to be transferred, and you can rest assured that your doctor can handle almost any situation that arises. Only under unique circumstances will they have to consult a specialist for that unique issue. Disadvantage number 2, costs. The first cost to consider is healthcare and insurance coverage. Not all provinces in Canada or insurance companies in the US cover the costs of midwifery care. Because midwives provide more individual care and attention, their costs are typically higher. So this is something to consider if you're paying out of pocket. In Canada, you are 100% covered for doctor fees and hospital visits. In the US, depending on your healthcare insurance, it may be fully or partially covered. Government regulations are slow to change, so you might not find financial or social aid for midwifery care. The next cost to consider are home births. Extra planning and costs are required. Depending on you if you are having a home birth or a water birth, there are different costs associated. These costs can add to the significant out-of-pocket expenses, so keep that in mind. Make sure you have the budget to purchase all the necessary items to prepare you for a safe home birth. You do not want to take shortcuts when it comes to the safety of giving birth. The last disadvantage to think about is training. Although midwives go to school and have to pass regulated courses and exams, their education is relatively short compared to a doctor's. Midwives are trained in a narrow scope and only have privilege to deal with certain situations. It is because of this that they are limited with how much care they can provide versus doctors. Doctors spend more than a decade of their lives preparing and training for a broad scope of skills. This enables them to provide the best well-rounded care you need. So this is something to consider, whether it will make you feel more comfortable having someone with a higher education through your labor and delivery. Because of this difference in training, midwives and doctors have a very different philosophy of birth. Midwives believe that childbirth is a normal process and less intervention is safer for mom and for babe. Midwives see themselves as partners in your care and offer informed choices, giving advantages and disadvantages about options. Their care is holistic, offering not only care on your physical well-being, but on your mental and spiritual as well. Doctors are trained in the medical field, using evidence-based practice that has been thoroughly researched to guide their care. Regulations are put in place to prevent as many mistakes and human errors as possible. They are constantly being audited for continuous improvement. This ensures the highest level of standardization and consistency of care regardless of where you live. So which one to choose? The choice is not black or white and will depend on your beliefs, your financial abilities, and being comfortable with this new way of childbirth. Personally, I chose a doctor. In Canada, we are privileged with excellent healthcare, and I was able to find a doctor who shared my values about childbirth. He was open to working with me to create the experience that I wanted. He possessed the best of both worlds, the safety and knowledge of a doctor and the personalized care of a midwife. I hope this video will help you make an informed decision about who is right for you for the best experience possible. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future videos like this. And we'll see you next week on the Belly Blossom.